Students, welcome back to my channel. Today we will be doing the 100 dresses. This is part 2. I have divided for your convenience part 2 into two sections. Today we will be doing the first half of part 2. I have already done the 100 dresses part 1, and if you wish to see it, you may just see it in my channel. That too, I have made it into two parts. That will help you to understand the story better. So let's start off with part 2. Theme. The theme of part 2. Here Maddie is full of remorse. Remorse means regret. Both Peggy and Maddie tried to rectify what they had done, but couldn't meet Wanda. They wrote to her. Wanda was a forgiving girl. Forgiveness is a great virtue. Here in the second part, we are told that forgiveness is a virtue which we should cultivate, and that also signifies dignity. It's important not to bear ill towards others, because just hating others is going to harm ourselves also. So we should not bear ill in our hearts for a long time. Letter from Jan Petronsky. The monitor brought a letter from the principal for Miss Mason. Miss Mason read it several times carefully, so we realized that it is something of value. She then adjusted her glasses before speaking slowly and deliberately. Her manner indicated that the letter was important. So from whatever Miss Mason did, we realized that it is a very important letter. Now the contents of the letter from Jan Petronsky. Dear teacher, my Wanda will not come to your school anymore. Jake also. Now we move away to big city. No more holler Polak. No more ask why funny name. Plenty of funny names in the big city. Yours truly, Jan Petronsky. Now he has written, Wanda's father has written a letter to the teacher saying that Jake and Wanda both will not come to the school. They have been ceaselessly made fun of because of their name. Holler Polak means a hateful feeling for a person who is of Polish origin. So that is why they have decided to go to another city where there are lots of funny names. So, and they get lost in that, and nobody will make fun of them, and they will not get affected. Miss Mason's reaction. Miss Mason took off her glasses, blew on them, and wiped them on her soft white handkerchief. She spoke in a very low voice. This very low voice indicates that she is very serious in her tone, and she wants to tell them something which is very important, and she is also feeling sad about it. She hoped the boys and girls in room 13 would not purposely and deliberately hurt anyone's feelings because her name, long name. So she hoped that her students in that class had not hurt Wanda. They would not knowingly and willingly hurt anybody's feelings because their name was not a common accepted name. And she thought that the students too felt it was sad and unfortunate. She wanted the students also to be sensitive. Maddie affected. Now already Maddie was feeling bad about what happened to Wanda. She did not like it, but she just kept quiet about it. So Maddie tried to prepare her lessons, but she could not put her mind on her work. Constantly she started thinking about Wanda. She had a very sick feeling in the bottom of her stomach. She felt guilty for standing by silently when Peggy teased Wanda, which was just as bad as what Peggy had done. So she felt that Peggy was wrong in teasing Wanda. But she also didn't say anything. She just stood silently and watched. So by her behavior, it looked as if she supported Peggy, and that was as bad as what Peggy had done. She was a coward. At least Peggy hadn't considered they were being mean. Peggy was bold enough to do whatever she thought was right. But Maddie, she herself was a coward. These were the feelings of guilt that Maggie suffered from. Maddie had thought they were doing wrong. she could put herself in Vanda's shoes. We have already learnt in part 1, that Maddie was not very rich. She did not like Vanda being teased for the number of clothes she had, but she just kept quiet so that she could be Peggy's friend. Now she felt guilty. Maddie's decision. After a long time, Maddie decided on something. Maddie decided that whether Peggy felt bad or not, she would do something. She would find Wanda Petrovsky. So she decided she will go and she will meet Wanda in her house. She hoped Wanda had not yet moved away. She hoped Peggy would climb Bugin Heights with her and they would tell Wanda she had won the contest. You remember that the contest was held, she won, but Wanda didn't come to school at all. So probably she wouldn't know. So Maddie thought she would go and tell Wanda how she won the contest. They would tell Wanda they thought she was smart and the new 100 dresses were beautiful. When school got over, as we discussed, Wanda couldn't pay attention to her lessons at all. She was thinking of all these things. So when school got over, and Peggy casually suggested that they visit Wanda to see if she had left. Peggy pretended as if she was casual. She also wanted to visit Wanda. Both the girls went to Bugin Heights, which was drizzly, dampy and dismal on that day. Drizzly means it was slightly raining and damp means wet. So it was raining, slightly raining, and it was wet. And it was also having a very sad kind of look on that day. Peggy tried to justify her action of bullying Wanda by saying that she never made fun of Wanda's name or called her a foreigner. The teacher said that Wanda's father complained that children made fun of her because of her name. So Peggy tried to justify by saying that she didn't make fun of Wanda's name. She said she also didn't realize that Wanda knew they were making fun of her. If you remember, Wanda did not retaliate at all. She just hitched her left shoulder and she drew her lips into a thin line and she walked away quietly. So these two reasons were the reasons Peggy thought of in order to justify that she had not really done anything wrong to Wanda. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any doubts, please connect with me. We will be doing the rest of the lesson in part B, which I will be uploading soon.